Hey everyone, it's Victor here, and today I'm going to be doing some K-pop idol inspired makeup. Now before we get started, I want to make something perfectly clear. I am in no way at all the world expert in K-pop or anything about it really. I listen to it, kind of. I listen to some bands. I'm not a huge obsessive fan. I don't know all the stuff about it in the world. I mean, very few people do, but I feel like I have to say this because I always get comments on videos where I'm recreating looks from certain like subcultures or groups of things. Like for example, I did a Visual K inspired look. I did a couple of them and I got comments of people who clearly know a lot about it. Too much, one might say. Don't come at me in the comments. And they were picking me up on every single thing I got wrong or was like not the right term for things. Like I called it accidentally 2009 emo or something instead of Visual K because I know very little about it, and they got very upset and basically told me to die. So don't do that as a rule. That would be nice. So everything I do in this video, take it with a pinch of salt. I am not an expert. Had to make that clear. K-pop and K-pop idols have actually been a massive inspiration to me of late. The makeup that the guys do for their performances is something that really inspired me to do more makeup myself all the time. And honestly, that's probably the main reason why I've been doing my makeup more and out in public. Which seems insane, because I don't think, you don't look at me and think, oh, that guy's obsessed with K-pop. Because I'm not really. I listen to it, like I said, occasionally. But it genuinely has had a massive effect on me. And the makeup I usually do is quite, like the kind of K-pop idol makeup. I don't label it as such, but it is, fundamentally. But in this video, I will actually be labeling it as such and doing a kind of K-pop idol look. And, my hair isn't exactly suited for an idol. It's long. But there are some K-pop idols that I've seen that actually have quite long hair. So I'm just gonna go with that today. We're just gonna be long-haired idol. Like, I'm not cutting my hair simply for a video or putting a wig on, because to be honest with you, I can't be bothered. And this is a very chill video because I don't have much time to film today, and I just thought I'd sit in front of the camera and do my makeup for you guys. That's what we're doing today. So the first thing I'm gonna do is eyebrows. That seems like it makes sense to start there. And with the kind of K-beauty aesthetics, there's a lot of quite subtle makeup. I feel like the makeup isn't over the top. And with brows, you don't fill them in very heavily, which is something I find hard to do. So we'll see if I can actually fill in my brows not heavily. I'm gonna take it easy. And they tend to be quite straight. They don't have much curve to them. And the secret is as well to not do too much here. So I'm gonna try to go easy, but I'm using black powder, which is probably a mistake. But again, I've not really done idol makeup with the intention of doing idol makeup for like a video. So I think that should be enough. I think I've actually done it way too heavy already, but what are we gonna do? All of me is like already regretting labeling this video as K-pop idol makeup, because I feel like there's going to be so many people coming at me and saying that this is the worst thing they've ever seen, and I guess I've dug my own grave there, so. And I've already done a base layer foundation, if you're wondering as well. That's why I'm not doing foundation right now. And I'm going to be using my favorite palette, which I've used in literally every video I've ever done, which is the Revolution Haunted House palette, which I got as a present from Dan. He was very, very kind to give it to me. And I think, as always, I always go for reds, but it's a very idol-y kind of color. I see a lot of reds going on. There's usually a lot of reds or a lot of browns. That's the kind of theme that they tend to go for, but I want to go for a more red look, so I'm gonna go for Monster, which is such a nice like scarlet red, but I'm gonna try and take it easy because again, we don't want to go over the top, we want to go subtle. The thing about idol makeup as well with the shadow is I've noticed it's kind of concentrated in the corner and underneath. It's not like loads up here. It's mostly like low down. So that's what I'm gonna try and do today. And I will blend this out a little bit because I know it's quite heavy. So there we've got a bit more of it blended out now, which I think makes it look nice and soft. And I didn't prime my eyelids because I'm an idiot, but you know that already. I hope. If you don't, now you know, for future reference. So I'm actually gonna take a lip brush, which is insane. Crazy, in fact. And I'm going to do a kind of black. I'm taking Nightmare, which is basically just black with some glitter in it. And I'm gonna put that, again, lower down here in the kind of like lower portion of my eye. The last time I did K-pop makeup, and it was meant to be K-pop makeup, was actually when I went to like K-pop night. It was like an event in Glasgow called Soul Rush, and I did my makeup like that. And I had shorter hair then, so I actually looked way more idol-like. But that was the last time I did kind of intentional K-pop makeup, and it basically looked almost exactly like this. So I feel like I'm just a one-trick pony when it comes to this. The other thing I really like to do is put a bit of highlight on the top of my lids, and also just in the corner, well, not in the corner, the middle of the lower portion of my eye. And I think I'm going to use Phantom for that, which is a kind of platinum-y gold, and I think that will look really nice. And all that does is it kind of just highlights that part of your eye and just makes it pop a bit more, and I really like it. I see a lot of idols do it, and I've seen a lot of tutorials where people do this for idol makeup. So it just looks way more shiny, and it makes your eyes go, you know, that's what you want. You want your eyes to go, that's the goal. So that's what it is so far. I think what I'm gonna do next is get my liquid eyeliner, which is Bourjois, blah, blah, blah. I can never pronounce it. Bourjois Paris? It's the liner Pinceau. Again, I can pronounce it. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna accentuate the corner of our eye down here, and again, lower. Just let that dry because it's actually got all over my eyelashes. My eyelashes are super long and they always get in the way when I do liquid eyeliner. It's so annoying. It is bugging me that the Monster red color has faded so fast, and I'm gonna be super careful and just dot a little bit over there and under here, and hopefully not ruin. Okay, yeah, that's a bit more, that's a bit better. I feel like K-pop has just got huge lately. I mean, everyone's talking about it. Everyone knows about it. I mean, obviously BTS are the massive band. I mean, I listen to smaller bands. I actually don't really listen to BTS that much, which may surprise some people. It's mostly like I listen to like VAV. I love VAV so much. And I listen to a lot of upcoming bands and stuff. And I watch a lot of Korean TV. So I see a lot of kind of performances for bands that are lesser known, so I guess I listen more to them than I do the bigger bands. It's weird, I don't know. Again, I'm not your classic K-pop fan, and very few people actually know I even enjoy K-pop, so... And I'm really glad it's inspired a lot of guys to experiment with makeup. And I know that obviously like the guys wearing makeup in K-pop bands are more just like just for performances. I know they don't really wear that kind of makeup out every day. I know that's not the reality, but the fact that they're even wearing makeup on stage and kind of showing that as a kind of male beauty standard almost is something that I love, because I think men should be able to express themselves with makeup just as much as women do, and everyone in between. And it makes me so happy that that's a thing now. But the fact that it's on TV all the time and I'm seeing all these guys wearing makeup and like you know, lipstick. I mean, they're even bringing, I mean, BTS have their own makeup line. Like, and other bands have, like, you know, makeup lines that they actually, you know, Monster X and stuff. It's insane. And it makes me really happy. Like, it's something that again, I'm not an expert in, but I really appreciate, and I love the dances. I love the quality of the music videos. Like, oh my God, the quality is incredible. It's something that I aspire to. And it just makes me happy that that's something that's in the kind of like mass media right now. It's wonderful. I love it. Also, I'm going to put this on my lips, which is the Maybelline Stay Matte. No, Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. Yes. And a lot of lipstick in the kind of Korean beauty world is very focused on the center of the mouth, I've noticed. I mean, it's kind of just like, you know, a fashion at the moment. It may change, but that tends to be what the male K-pop idols do, from what I've seen. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some here in the center of my lips. I'm gonna do that a bit. It is very pigmented, this, but I'm gonna use some concealer in a second. And I'm gonna use my finger because I'm a nasty little goblin. Here's my concealer. And I am using the, again, Bourjois. Is that it? Comment below if you're French. Just if you're French, like no other reason. I'm terrible. Right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit concealer on our hair and our hair, like a kind of milk mustache. Oh God, I just put way more on when I said milk. That's not good. I'm gonna take a brush here and I'm just gonna... So, a bit more of a gradient. It's not perfect because I'm not perfect. So, that's kind of the general gist that I would go for. I think it's quite simple. They don't want to kind of overdo the looks, I think, especially on the guys. They don't go for like a really... This is probably like as heavy as you would see it on an idol. Let's take my hair down, and obviously I will get clothes on that look a bit more idol-like. But so, there's my hair down. Again, I'm not Korean, so I'm not going to look like a K-pop idol. I'm just doing the makeup. Just, you know, I can't work miracles, okay? Again, I think the eyebrows are a bit too curved. That's something that, I mean, my eyebrows are just that shape. I can't really adjust them unless I was going to completely conceal them and redo them, which I could have done if I had more time today, but this is quite a casual video, unfortunately. I'm going to get some clothes on that are a bit more idol-like, I think. And I think that's all we can do, really, with the makeup. Again, it's not a lot. It's quite a simple look. It's very quick, but I think it's pretty. I'm just putting it out there. I think it's quite pretty. So let's get some idol-y clothes on, whatever that is. And I'll do like a kind of dramatic edit. Like I love to do those. So there you go, that's my idol makeup. Generic idol makeup. It's not based on any particular idol, it's not based on any particular band, it's just the kind of inspirations I've taken from it personally. Again, I just thought it would be a bit of fun to do this, and if I'm honest, I was stuck for content, and I thought maybe this would be interesting. A lot of idol makeup is quite similar, so you can kind of go for the general look, and it can look like pretty much most idol makeup you see. Also, I'm kind of laughing because I was like, I don't have any of those like cool earrings that like, you know, idols wear and stuff, you know, with the chains and everything. So I literally just went ahead and made one out of safety pin, an old chain I found from like a bit of jewelry, and I just like hooked it to my earring there and attached it to my helix. So there you go. That's like a DIY BTS earring tutorial. I don't know. So yeah, I thought it looked quite cool actually. I'm quite impressed that I managed to just do that in 5 seconds because I didn't know what else to do. I'm sorry if I've deeply offended anyone that knows anything about K-pop whatsoever. Please don't criticize me in the comments. I would rather you didn't. you could go and do that somewhere else. Why don't you write down your criticisms for me and then burn them in the fire? That might have more use, because if you do leave negative comments, I'm just going to delete them immediately, so there's not really any point. You're just wasting both of our times. I really adore some of the fashion that they do for K-pop styling as well. I think it's absolutely gorgeous with all the kind of like straps and these things. I've seen a lot of like people using like really thin scarves, which I love. This is actually the tie for my silk dressing gown, which I decided to just use for this. I actually have worn it out like this a few times as well. I think it's kind of cool. But you can like buy them really cheap off eBay. This is from H&M. The trousers are from H&M as well. They're just like, you didn't really see them in the video, but they've got like ripped knees. They're just your classic kind of like ripped black jeans. And yeah, this harness was from eBay as well, which is kind of like, you know, like that. And at the back, it's got a kind of cross like that, which I really like. Again, it's from Amazon or something. You can get them so cheap. They're so kind of in fashion now, so everyone's making them for like pennies. But you know what? I'm quite pleased with this, if I'm honest. I know that it's quite similar to the makeup I did before if you've seen me do makeup, but that's what I'm saying. I'm very inspired by K-pop and kind of K-pop styling, so that might be why my makeup is done a certain way. But I really want to hear if K-pop idols, and especially male idols, and if you're a boy, have inspired you to wear makeup or experiment with makeup a little bit more. I really want to know if that's something that's happened for you as well, because it definitely has affected me very strongly. So please let me know if that's not just me, if that's a thing that's happening now. But just keep on expressing yourself, keep on getting inspired by people that you think are really owning it. I love all that stuff. Just do it. Live your life. Be free. If you want to see me do more makeup videos or particular styles of makeup or inspired by whoever, comment below, let me know. I'd like to give them a try. But anyway, for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.